its debut in 2001 with Dark Cloud, developer Level 5 has quickly become a household name with RPG enthusiasts. Rogue Galaxy, its new sci-fi fantasy epic, returns to the developer's roots for one last PS2 outing, exemplifying both their strengths and weaknesses. There's a lot to like in Rogue Galaxy, but it's got some serious issues that thankfully don't ruin the fun. Jaster Rogue, an orphan on the planet Rosa, has always dreamed of going into space. As fate would have it, a case of mistaken identity leads to the nefarious space pirate Dorgan Goa recruiting the young bounty hunter.
Pirates, huh?
Thus begins his journey to save the universe from a war perpetuated by an evil corporation. Of course, the president of said corporation is also working to unearth the ruins of an ancient civilization and claim its advanced technology to control the universe. And naturally, all of this is somehow tied to Jaster's mysterious past. Story has always been Level 5's weakest suit, and Rogue Galaxy is a shining example of that. What you have here is an unending parade of threadbare anime tropes, predictably marched by bland characters. You've seen every one of these stereotypes before, acting out the same quests and forcing out the same emotions they do in just about every other RPG. With the exception of a few excruciatingly sappy, over-earnest moments, for the most part, the game's story is inoffensive because it never tries to be more.
I thought I told you to stay away!
With that out of the way, we can talk about the good things in Rogue Galaxy, the gameplay. Level 5's primary strength lies in its ability to vigorously scratch that obsessive RPG itch. And Rogue Galaxy is a veritable activity book, full of things to collect, level up, and kill. Like Dark Cloud before it, Rogue Galaxy is an action RPG, relying heavily on frantic button mashing. Unlike previous Level 5 outings though, this time you've got an AI-controlled party to help slice through the game's frequent battles. You'll directly control one of 3 characters at a time, but can issue orders to the others, or take over their actions at any time. As you fight, you'll also build up combo attacks, impressive pre-animated sequences with timed button presses to deal massive damage and add a little visual spice. Character customization isn't too deep, but it's time-consuming, rewarding, and will motivate you more than anything. Every character can equip 2 weapons, one melee and one ranged, and after they've been used for a period of time and mastered, they can be tossed into, where else, the belly of a magic toad, to be combined with another to poop out a stronger weapon. Abilities are learned by means of the Revelation Flow, a huge chart of chained abilities and upgrades for each character. A hybrid of Final Fantasy X's Sphere Grid and Dark Cloud 2's Invention System, you unlock abilities in the Revelation Flow by slotting items into it, which unlocks the ability and preps adjacent slots. There's a ton of abilities to unlock, and most won't fill their flow before the game's end. While you go about these primary upgrade-a-thons, you'll also be able to increase your bounty hunter rank by endlessly killing monsters, and construct advanced items in your own personal factory. Surprising to no one, the game looks and sounds great. While there could be more monster types and location variety, what is here is exceptionally well made. The graphics are bright and colorful, and the infrequent CG interludes are attractive and well executed.
I wonder where this is.
There's a lot to do in Rogue Galaxy, and in some regards, its activity book mentality seems like a distraction from its various weaknesses. Your mileage will vary, but it's without a doubt an engaging game while it holds your interest. Like most action RPGs, Rogue Galaxy's action doesn't have a lot of depth. A few monsters have a little quirks you need to overcome, like using a certain weapon to make them vulnerable, but nothing that requires actual strategy. While the AI can get the job done, towards the end of the game, you may be spending more time throwing healing items at them than actually fighting.
Think I'm gonna go easy?
While the battles are a little on the perfunctory side, the addictive side systems and pacing are solid, and can turn even the most dismal planetary slog into a worthwhile encounter. Everything's designed to make something that might otherwise be boring into something rewarding, whether you're upgrading your latest weapon or hunting for revelation items. If it weren't for these systems, exploring the levels would be boring. There are almost no set pieces or unique locations, so you're basically running through the same hallways over and over again. Rogue Galaxy's critical path is of average length, but dilated considerably by the various side quests. If you're in a hurry, you can get through the game in 35 to 40 hours, but the truly obsessive can spend upwards of 3 times that with all there is to do. While it has plenty of problems, anyone who can get beyond the banal storytelling and stale level design will find something addictive and worthwhile in Rogue Galaxy. Grinding out levels and looking for items is rarely this rewarding, and it's obvious that Level 5 knows the depths of the role player's mind all too well. Now if they could just hire a good writer.
I bid you farewell!